There's a project in our home that we haven't done that my kids have been after me to do. Our internet comes into our house through our garage over there, but the problem is it's on one side of the house. At this end of the house, I don't get a good wireless signal. So we're going to look at moving the router. This is where it comes in. So the garage is over here. The wire comes into this. I'm going to pop this off and just see what's in here. Okay, so here's the wire coming in from the garage to this, and that's where they put it. So now what we want to see is how far this goes, and can we go inside the wall all the way there. Let me show you what we've done. In that little area, Jacob, from oil change and buying a truck, we've stuck a webcam in this hole and a little light so we can see what's inside here. And this is what it looks like inside here. And we can see now that's sideways, so that's actually going up into the upstairs floor, but we've got a whole gap all the lengths down the side. If we keep it on that board, I'm going to try to drill through this and see what's on the inside, and I really don't know, so this is a test, but we're inside the closet, so I don't care. Visibly it's not going to look that bad. If I got a hole here, I want to patch it. The problem is this is where the stairs are, so the ceiling slants down and I can't go straight in. I'm going to have to go at an angle. I'm going to put this snake in, and sure enough, there's wood on the inside that my drill bit didn't get through. So I gotta figure something else out. So I gave up on the first spot we'd planned on. Couldn't get it to go through the ductwork or the lower portion here all the way. So we are going to go on the outside, but we're going to hide the cabling. So one of the things you want to do is to have it look good when you're done. This one's not going to be completely professional. This is more my stepdad standard. One of the things we're going to need to do to make it look good is have some cable anchors, and this will allow us to set it in along the top once we run it. But the other thing we're going to want to do is actually cut the cable to length. So we've got a long length of network cable, and on the end of network cable are RJ45 connectors like that or like this. And so that we don't have a lot of excess cable, we're going to cut it and crimp it so that it's at the right length. I'm not going to show you how I strip these wires in this video. I'll point you to the one right here about stripping wires with diagonal cutters. I'm trying to leave this jacket as far up as I can so that when it gets inserted in here, be set in like that. And that makes it a little challenging to put them in the right order. There are two conventions for the order of network cables. One is a T568A and the other one is a T568B. So if I'm matching one that's on the other end, I've got to make sure I've got them in the same order or it's going to be a problem. If you're doing both ends, you can do them in whatever order you want. You just have to make sure they're the same. Probably best if you followed one of the conventions, and I believe the T568B might be a little more common than the other one. Straighten them out once more, and now I got to put them in the connector in this order. I've slipped the wires in. I want to make sure they're in the same order as this one. It appears that they're in there. So now I'm going to use the clamping tool, and this clamping tool has a little slot. You just put this in there. You squeeze the handle till it clips. In order to test this, you really need a cable tester, and I'll put a link to a cable tester. I didn't film all the steps that I should have to show you this process. This is where it initially came into the house. We ran it, tried to go through the inside, couldn't make it, so instead we ran it along the ceiling using these anchors across here and ran the wires over to the new mounting location for the routers. I had to put a couple of screws in. Tried to find one stud and then the other one is just in drywall with an anchor. So now we've got the cabled connection to the wireless router all the way over to here. Our whole goal with this was to move the router from an end of our home to a little bit more central location in our home. Hopefully this has been at least a little bit of help for you. If you're in the situation where you want to move a router and have to deal with the wiring and the mounting, this channel is for young men growing up without a dad. If that's you, then I hope you'll subscribe. And I want you to remember the 2 messages from every video. If you're growing up and your dad's not in your daily life, you can still succeed. And always remember, you have a dad that loves you, because this dad loves you. And I'll see you on the next video.